hear him say that he's going to move the table. I hear him say that he's going to move the table. I hear him say that he's going to move the table. I hear him say that he's going to move the table.
I think we're good afternoon. Good afternoon. Ladies and gentlemen, may I take this opportunity to welcome you to Royal Holloway. The ceremony is being filmed. The edited video will be available to download in February 2022. 23, I think, that's a script error. Please ensure that all the mobile phones you have, pagers, digital watches are turned off, please. In the unlikely event of an emergency, and should we need to evacuate the building, guests should leave by the nearest available exits. Guests requiring any assistance will be escorted. Once you've left the venue, please follow the directions of the stewards who will guide you to the nearest assembly point. The ceremony will commence shortly. We ask that you do not leave the venue once the ceremony has begun. Thank you. Please be upstanding for the arrival of the Principal's procession, if you can.
Please take your seats. Distinguished guests, parents and friends, on behalf of the college, I'm delighted to welcome you to Royal Holloway on this very important occasion, our graduation ceremony. It is wonderful to see so many people gathered here for this unique occasion. We welcome those of you who are visiting for the first time, as well as those of you who are returning to a place that has become familiar. And to you all, we extend a very warm welcome. We hope you enjoy this ceremony and have a memorable and happy day. So during this afternoon ceremony, graduates from the School of Humanities will be presented to the Principal, Professor Julie Sanders. The first group of graduates will be awarded a master's degree. And these graduates have studied at postgraduate level for at least 1 year and have either taken their studies to the boundaries of existing knowledge in their academic field, or studied in an area of professional or occupational theory and practice at a high level. They will be followed by graduates who will be awarded the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Each of their research topics has made an original contribution to knowledge through the discovery of new facts and the exercise of independent critical judgment. I would ask you please to remain in your seats for the duration of the ceremony, and the order of presentation is set out in the graduation programme. So I call upon the Executive Dean of the School of Humanities, Professor Giuliana Pieri.
In all fields in the School of Humanities, students are taught by academics who engage in the top fields of research and practice. At Royal Holloway, these disciplines enjoy an enviable reputation for the quality of the research of staff and the teaching expertise that they offer students, much of which is world-leading and internationally renowned. Today, we recognize and celebrate the achievements of our students who have studied in the departments of classics, English, history, and languages, literatures, and cultures. The Department of Classics offers a broad range of courses across the areas of archaeology, ancient history, and classical literature and languages. Our diverse intake of students is supported by lecturers who are international leaders in their various fields. A current research project in the department examines the way in which classical rhetorical tradition influenced strategies of argumentation and made cooperation between multinational legal teams feasible at the Nuremberg war crimes trials in 1945-46. Further research projects include a study of seed technologies and food systems of pre-modern Turkey and their resilience to climate change, the use of crafting and heritage for a community healing in contemporary Iraq, and a study of narratives of ancient myth as a framework through which to explore contemporary social experiences. The Department of English offers wide-ranging courses studying eras from the medieval to the contemporary with world-leading strength in creative writing. Amongst our staff, Professor Nikita Lalwani has co-written with Stephen Merchant The Outlaws for BBC One. Dr. Jennifer Neville has designed an escape room at Sutton Hoo for the National Trust, bringing the pleasure and puzzlement of old English riddles to new audiences. We share this commitment to creativity with our students. For example, PhD students Nat Reeve and Joanna Brown have published historical novels, Nettleback and the Lizzie and Bell Mysteries this year, challenging our vision of the past. We are exceptionally proud of our students who embrace the power of writing, creativity, and communication to make positive change in the world. The Department of History is home to a dynamic and diverse community of scholars and students who study the past 2,000 years of history around the globe, from the ancient Mediterranean to modern Pakistan. Last year, the department's Holocaust Research Institute won a prestigious Rothschild Foundation Award to run a 4-year research project entitled Global Jewish Studies in as Holocaust Studies. Dr. Rebecca Jinks was awarded a 2-year AHRC grant to examine the genocidal captivity of Armenian women in 1915 and Yazidi women in 2014. Professor Jonathan Phillips was elected president of the Society for the Study of the Crusades and the Latin East. Members of the department have continued to help shape the public understanding of history and current affairs from the Anglo-Irish Agreement to the Russian invasion of Ukraine. Staff and students in the Department of Languages, Literatures and Cultures work across French, German, Italian and Spanish-speaking contexts. Many of our researchers advise museums and galleries around the world. For example, Professor Eric Robertson's research informed a recent exhibition on the surrealist painter Joan Miró at the Luxembourg & Co. Gallery in New York. Professor Hannah Thompson is currently co-creating audio descriptions of portraits at the Watts Gallery in Surrey and the Smithsonian National Portrait Gallery in Washington, D.C. Our postgraduate students, meanwhile, have initiated a podcast series called Untouched. Hosted by our Center for Visual Cultures, their focus is on different ways to engage and interact with the arts. We are inspired by our students' determination to be change makers. It is now with great pleasure that we move to the presentation of graduands.
I call upon the Head of the Department of English, Professor Ruth Livesey.
Principal, I would like to present graduands from the departments of English and of Languages, Literatures and Cultures. For the award of Master of Arts degrees in Comparative Literature and Culture by Research, Thomas Cuffin Munday. For the award of Master of Arts degrees in Creative Writing, Aliyah Ali Afzal. Emmeline Armitage. Thomas Avan. Joseph Barnes. Gemma Brazil. Jennifer Burns. Elena Chase. Scott Clark. Isabel Clementi. Zoe Cremoisan. Anne Charlotte Fabre. Claire Hansen. Hannah Harding. Catherine Hawkins. William Hayward. Catherine Heathwood. Rahel Hogg. Frederick Holt. Tamsin Hopkins Powell. Elizabeth Hudson. Rachel Jackson. Erica Catchin. Leah Maguire. Aysat Oriova. Clara Parsonson. Jan Patty. Andrea Procescu. Vega Powell. Nicole Rotili Serra. Sophia Spencer. Georgina Stedman. Scarlett Wager Lee. Emily Williams Owen. Jack Wright. Patrick Young. For the award of Master of Arts degrees in English Literature, Kinza Azira. Amber Barkley. Shannon Brazil. Eleanor Carter. Ben Duncan. Liam Elvish. Rachel Evans. Emoni Harrison. Yogesh Vari Moodley. Sky Vass. Rukshandra Vabri. For the award of Master of Arts degrees in Victorian Literature, Art and Culture, Casey Chung. Catherine Goodall. Quidjibo Ludwig. Chiara Minardi. Dong Ing So. Megan Williams. For the award of Doctors of Philosophy degrees in English, for a thesis entitled Sonic Poetics, Sound, Listening and Polyphony in the work of M. Norbese Philip and Sean Bonney, supervised by Dr. Will Montgomery and Professor Robert Hampson, Simon Pomery. For a thesis entitled Irritation as Practice, Prose Poem, Archive and Object in the work of Gertrude Stein, John Latham, Susan Hillier, Lydia Davis, Andrea Fraser, Jimbo Blatchley and Little Shaw, supervised by Professor Riddell Olson and Dr. Prudence Bussey Chamberlain, Karenjit Sandhu. That concludes the presentation of graduands from the Department of English and Languages, Literatures and Cultures.
Our choral scholars will now perform Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas.
sight. Yes, out of sight. Have a Merry Christmas. Yuletide gay. Our troubles will be miles away. Once again, as in olden golden days of yore, faithful friends will be near to us once more. Days will be together if its fates allow. Until then, to somehow. So have a Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
I call upon the head of the Department of Classics, Dr. Christos Kremides.
Principal, I would like to present graduates from the Department of Classics. For the award of Masters of Arts degrees in Ancient History, Monica Brem. Athanasios Chrysanthou. Rosie Dalton. Kirash Gulshan Shirazi. Emily Howe. Tim Hazel. Isabel Hudson. Harry Triggs. For the award of Masters of Arts degrees in Classical Art and Archaeology, Ava Wesson. For the award of Masters of Arts degrees in Classics, Stephanie Klein. For the award of Masters of Research degrees in Classical Reception, Livia Adams. Rosa Hanscom. Hannah McWhinney. Shivani Rayat. that concludes the presentation of graduates from the Department of Classics.
I would now like to call upon the head of the Department of History, Dr. Daniel Beer.
Principal, I would like to present graduates from the Department of History. Thomas Brown. Ben Chawner. Thomas Hale. For the prize of MA Crusader Studies, prize for Best Overall Performance, Justin O'Hagan. Rebecca Shield. Ryan Stacey. James White. And for the award of Masters of Arts degrees in History, Mira Chrysostomou. Lucy Fegan Earle. Ella Fenton. Rihanna Forster. Celia Gaffney. Gurkirat Gill. Gillian Hines. Katie Ragazzo. Neil Rosen. Dawn Saunders. Neve Thompson. Savannah Walker. For the award of Masters of Arts degrees in History, Public History, Lydia Ackrell. Samuel Alderson. Casey Cassier. Edward Chesterman. Jonathan Comby. Abigail Dixon. James Ellis. Jordan Farrell. Megan Flaherty. Ethan Lester. Anushka Lewis. Bridget McCormack. Eve Muir Cochrane. Zachary Peatling. Katie Smith. For the prize of MA Public History, prize for the best overall performance, Ruby Van Leer. Kate Wells. Susanna Wheeler. For the award of Masters of Arts degrees in Holocaust Studies. For the prize of MA Holocaust Studies prize for best overall performance, Charlotte Dos Remedios. Elizabeth Jones. Mark Owen. Tyler Pickett. And for the award of Masters of Arts degrees in Late, Antique and Byzantine Studies. For the prize of Joan Mervyn Hussey Prize in Byzantine Studies, Haralampos Angelikopoulos. Mary Lord. For the award of Masters of Arts degrees in Medieval Studies. And for the Caroline Barron Prize for Best Overall Performance in MA Medieval Studies, Laura Bennett. Thomas Bloom. Erin Jose. Peter Partol. And for the award of Doctors of Philosophy degrees in history, for a thesis entitled Piety and Trust, Testators and Executors in Pre-Reformation London, supervised by Professor Andrew Yatitsky and Dr. Clive Burgess, Richard Asquith. And for the award of Masters of Arts degrees in International Media Management, Adesh Moradia. Tiffany Muthi. Cassie Yang. That concludes the presentation of graduands from the Department of History.
That concludes the presentation of graduands at this ceremony. I now call upon the Principal to make a closing address.
Graduates, guests, it is truly wonderful to be sharing this graduation ceremony with you and celebrating the fantastic achievements of the graduating class of 2022. Graduation marks the end of current studies, graduates, allowing an all too brief but special time to reflect and to celebrate with fellow graduates, with colleagues, with family, with friends, and to begin the transition to the next stage in life. A crossing of a threshold, both physical and emotional, has taken place here today, and I can see in your eyes all of you recording it as it happens. So I hope this ceremony has been moving and meaningful for many reasons. Graduates, in getting to this point, so many of you will have been supported by parents, guardians, family, friends, carers, and so to everyone joining us today in person or online, you are all welcomed into the remarkable Royal Holloway global community. That community stretches from here on this beautiful, snowy, slightly slippy Egham campus today and our central London sites to over 120 countries, which are represented by our vibrant, inspirational international student community. I am sure all of you, our guests, are as proud of our graduate success as you, graduates, are grateful to them for the support and encouragement that they have given you. So, supporters, enablers, friends and family, thank you. Thank you for the difference that you've made, and please be very proud of your contribution to today. Graduates, all of us here very much hope that the new degree leads you on to a career and a life path that is both enjoyable and rewarding. But we also know that graduates carry within them the spirit of Royal Holloway, which is all about making a positive contribution in the world. Many of you in your programs of study have actively engaged with global challenges, questions and issues, many of them viewed through the lens of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, or for short, the SDGs. And so that's whether you've been thinking about Holocaust histories or energy transitions or climate work or questions of justice and education, of health and well-being, of inequalities, of the power of performance to communicate. We know that humanities in its deepest manifestation is addressing all of this in urgent and significant ways that we should not take for granted. We know that you will use the superpower that is your degree to give back and to make a difference. And we at Royal Holloway will be walking alongside you every step of the way. In joining Royal Holloway myself recently, I found it immensely moving to feel the commitment of students and colleagues alike to the power of education and research to do good in the world, and the importance for us as being a community and a university that is a place of global social purpose. So I just wanted to share briefly with you the story of Charles Shaw. Charles Shaw was a potter. He was born in Staffordshire in 1832, just a few years before Bedford College came into being and a few decades before Royal Holloway came into being. As a working class man of very limited means, he nevertheless prized the power of literacy and education in life. In his later years, he created a small study in his home. It measured just 3 feet by 4 feet, or about 0.9 metres by 1.2 metres. And he fixed this up, as scholar Andrew Murphy has described to us, with an iron stove, a small desk, and 2 small bookshelves. And in his diary, he wrote, "I don't know what a university atmosphere is. I have dreamt of it. But I know when I enter this little room at night, I am in another world." And reading in his room at night, Shaw describes himself as a giant refreshed with new wine. Well, today we have been refreshed by the power of educational achievement and by witnessing bright futures. And for all the challenges of recent years, and I know they have been many, it is Charles Shaw's dream of a university education and atmosphere, graduates, that you now hold in your hands in the shape of that symbolic scroll that you have received today and the possibility of which you carry into the world. So as we now move towards the conclusion of the formal parts of today's graduation ceremony, and you get your important chance to spend time with the tutors and the lecturers, the fellow students and colleagues who were part of your journey to this point, let me then once again reflect on the tremendous achievement that you have made and thank all of my colleagues here who contributed to and shared in that achievement. Those degree certificates are a testament to hard work, intellectual capacity, and perseverance. But as you ready yourselves to leave this beautiful, special place, those certificates are also statements of potential and, as I know you know all too well, your responsibility in the world. So while celebrating what has been achieved, I hope each of you can also find space today to reflect on what you are yet to achieve. The past is a vital ingredient in making all of us the people that we are, but it is what you do next that will define you and that will start to write the next crucial part of Royal Holloway's story. Many of you have started full-time employment, others are undertaking a period of voluntary or humanitarian work, some may be taking a rightful break, others time to think or to travel to exciting new places, some continue straight into more academic study. Whatever your next step, we wish you light and luck and love in your lives, and we know you will make us proud. So make the world beautiful, because I know you can. So go, graduates, with our best wishes. Be phenomenal, be amazing, be kind, be productive, make a contribution in society, make a difference in the world. Thank you for being part of Royal Holloway's story today, tomorrow, and into the future. You are our greatest achievement, and we are so very, very proud of you. Thank you.
That concludes this afternoon's ceremony. Please, could you remain in your seats until after the recession has departed. When you leave the venue, you'll be directed to the Founders Dining Hall or the Picture Gallery for our reception. I would again like to extend my thanks to you all for attending on this very special day. Would you now please stand for the recession?